Their meeting involved an unfortunate incident with a rotisserie chicken that turned into a tragedy. I don't even know where to begin with that.
Tragedy, please. More like a triumph, finally, a meet-cute that doesn't involve spilling coffee or bumping into each other at a bookstore. This is art, my friend, pure, unadulterated, poultry-based art.
Welcome back to Heart Book Radio. Today, then, we're diving headfirst into The Roommate Mistake, a book that's apparently causing more controversy than my last tax audit.
Which, let's be honest, was entirely your fault for trying to write off that research trip to Vegas.
It was relevant to my understanding of the human condition. Anyway, this book, it's about a rugby player, Holt, who ends up rooming with his boss's pregnant stepdaughter, Ziggy.
And, spoiler alert, they fall in love with each other and the baby. It's like a 3-for-1 deal on romance, except one of them is still in the oven, so to speak.
Then, the ethical implications alone.
Oh, here we go. Ethics, schmethics. This is a romance novel, not a philosophy lecture.
Let's start with Holt. He's described as broody and grief-stricken, classic tortured hero.
Tortured? He's a rugby player. They get paid to get tortured. He's probably just upset he can't tackle anyone for a few weeks.
He lost his brother. Show some compassion.
Okay, fine. He's sad, but he's also apparently a cinnamon roll underneath it all. Which, frankly, sounds delicious. I wonder if Ziggy shares her baked goods with him.
I highly doubt that's the point of the metaphor. Now, Ziggy. She's a chef, recently dumped, and pregnant.
Dumped and pregnant. That ex-boyfriend is a special kind of awful. I bet he's one of those guys who puts ketchup on steak.
Then, the book doesn't specify his condiment preferences, but it does mention she has trust issues.
Trust issues? Honey, after that rotisserie chicken incident, I would have trust issues with poultry.
And then there's Jessica, the French bulldog.
The real star of the show hates men, steals scenes. This dog is my spirit animal.
The epilogue is from her perspective.
Genius, pure genius. I would read an entire series from Jessica's point of view. Jessica's jaded judgments on the humans around her.
Let's not get carried away.
So, the big question, is this book actually any good? The reviews are mixed.
Mixed. They're all over the place. One person says it's swoony. Another says they needed to rush to the end. It's like they read different books.
I saw one that said, Naked Tuesdays. Yeah, you'll just have to read to understand.
Naked Tuesdays. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Is this a family tradition? A weird cult thing? Do they involve more rotisserie chicken?
I don't know. But another reviewer said, how he cared for her and her growing baby was so swoony.
See, swoony. That's what we want. Romance, passion. Men falling in love with unborn babies.
It's a bit unconventional.
Unconventional is our brand. Remember last week's book about the traveling librarian who fell in love with a dinosaur.
Let's not revisit that.
Fine. But my point is, this book sounds like a wild ride. And I'm here for it.
I'm still concerned about the eek factor some readers mentioned.
Eek factor. It's a love story. Love conquers all, even questionable workplace dynamics and pre-existing pregnancies.
I suppose, but what if the Italian baby daddy shows up?
Even better. More drama. More conflict. Maybe he can fight Holt in a rugby match for Ziggy's affections.
That's highly unlikely.
Okay, time for a rating. I'm giving this book a solid 9 out of 10 awkward family dinners.
I'm going to be more conservative and say 6 out of 10 potential human resources violations.
You're no fun.
I'm practical.
Join us next week when we discuss The Alien's Guide to Tax Evasion, a thrilling science fiction adventure about intergalactic accounting fraud.
I'm already dreading it. This is Heartbook Radio signing off.